Hello guys, welcome to my first VR tutorial. I'm using my HTC Vive, which I got recently, and after having played a few games I wanted to see if I could do something like a full body IK setup, because I was kind of missing having a body. All the games I played so far has either only hands or maybe they have arms, but it still seems like something is missing. So I haven't really gotten the locomotion stuff in room scale to work that good, as you can see here, but it's a good start, I think. And well, I'm going to show how I did this anyway. So let's get started with that. First of all, we're going to be spending some time in doing some preparations in this video. So first of all, you want to create a new project. I'm using 4.13.2 and we create the virtual reality template via Tut1. And we're also going to be creating a third-person character blueprint or example like this. And we're also going to be using 3D Studio Max for this. If you are more comfortable doing this in Blender or Maya or whatever you use, go ahead and do that, as long as you get the same result out of this. But I'm using 3D Studio Max 2013. And as mentioned, I use Unreal Engine 4.13.2. I don't use 4.14 because I don't have my Kinema license. Haven't had it updated yet, so I will do that later on. So what you want to do in here is actually just to go to the project settings first and go to your maps and modes, and then change the editor startup map to the motion controller map and close. And the motion controller map is the one you find here, which is the one with the boxes. We're going to be using that for the testing. In the third person character example, we're gonna borrow the mesh, this one. So we're gonna export that first. And I created a little folder for this. And we're also gonna export or migrate the two materials here. So migrate those. Say OK. And then select the folder where you have your VR tutorial or whatever you call it in, and select the content folder. And then we also want to get the animation, so the third person idle animation. Let's also export that. And then we don't need more from this project right now, so we can just close it. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is to do some work inside 3D Studio Max. So you want to import the SK mannequin. And when he comes in here, he's in an A pose, and you want to change this into a T pose because of the way you will be placing the controllers or the motion controllers in the iKinema rig later on. And in order to do that, we need to change the rotations of the bones. So navigate down the spine, find the upper arm, press E, get to rotate. You will notice I have angle snap on. 22.5 degrees, and then just swing it up 45 degrees. Do the same for the other arm, and also straighten up the lower arm, just one tick. Like this. And that will put him in a T-pose that we can use. So if you collapse the root node, you will see that we have two nodes in here which are called the same, so we need to get rid of one of them So select the top one and delete that one. Otherwise the FBX importer in Unreal Engine is gonna complain. So now we can just export this and overwrite the SK mannequin. Since we are inside here, we should also fix the mesh here, because we actually want to have the head and the body separated, because we want to have the camera where the head is. So in order not to have the head obstructing the view from the camera, we want to take it off. So first of all, let's put a hold or save a hold. So this is going to save a copy of everything as it is now. And then you want to select the skin, which is this one, and go to editable mesh and press 5 on your keyboard. That's going to switch you to element mode. And from here on we can just select and press delete on your keyboard. So that's a way to get rid of the head. You also want to get rid of some of this stuff here, because we don't really want to see that. And that should take care of this. So once we're done with that, we want to export him. And save him as body. And then we will fetch to get things back. And again, select the skin, go to the editable mesh and in element mode, and then select everything except the head, get rid of that. Like this. And make sure you have everything that you don't need here. That looks good. Okay, and then you also export that as the head. And that is basically what we need to do inside 3D Studio Max. So from here on we can close Max. Alright, so in here we should now create a new folder under the mannequin and call this mesh, and import the skeleton that we created, the SK mannequin. And we want to import as a skeleton mesh, we want to import the mesh. We don't want to import any animations. We want to make sure that we use T0 as the reference pose, and we don't want to import any materials or textures, and that should be it. Actually, we don't want to import the physics asset as well, so we can just delete that. So if we open up the mannequin, we can see he's in the T pose and he's missing the textures, so let's just fix them up. Select the UE4 mannequin body and the chest logo, and then he's back again. So now we can also import both the body and the head, like this. And this time we want to select that SK mannequin skeleton and import all. And I forgot to deselect the physics assets, so delete them. Alright, so save all. And also we have the animation that we should also import. So create the animations folder and import the animation. Select the SK mannequin and import. As you can see, the arm is a little bit screwed up, but we can fix that if we go to the skeleton show advanced options, and then right click out here and say recursively set translation to use skeleton, and that should fix that up. Yes. Okay, so save and close. And I believe that's what I want to show in the first video. In the next video we're going to get a little bit more into how to create the rig itself for the Kinema. So stay tuned and see you in the next. Bye bye.